Off rip, I'm gonna let you know, I'm only going over this previous season. I already have a video on all the previous seasons I made like 2-3 months ago. This video is only on the newest season. I got some filming I gotta do later today, so I wanna not take too long, but you know, this is a good show with a lot of stuff in it, so it's probably gonna take me a minute to do this vid. One thing before I start though, I thought this season was gonna be a lighthearted, bro. I thought we was gonna have a finally like good season just of Rudeus, you know, enjoying life. Yeah, that ain't what happened, bro. Cause like the first even like the first 10 episodes, first 9 episodes is all good. Everything was going great. And then episode 10 and 11, they just smack you back to back with some crazy shit. I'm gonna get to it though. Like season literally starts off with Rudeus going around all confident and shit because, you know, in the last season, bro finally got some. He got over his condition. So, you know, Brody's at a all-time high with the morals. He even copped a house with Sylphie, literally the generic isekai home. It's feeling like a normal isekai. And I'm just watching this whole like season with a cool little grin on my face, bro. I'm like, damn, bro, I've seen this nigga go through it all. And bro's finally being happy and I'm all here for it, bro. I feel like I suffered with bro sometimes. Him and Sylphie end up getting married too. Second episode, bro's living the wife life with Sylphie. Like the biggest conflict we had was Luke trying to box Rudeus. Rudeus won easily, and the only reason Luke tried to box Rudeus was to see if he was like, you know, worthy to be with Sylphie. And that's like the most conflict we got for now. Now we're on episode 3. A little stuff is happening, but it really ain't nothing. Nanahoshi goes into like this depression state because she messed up some experiment, but they fixed it up in a few minutes. All minor issues, ain't nothing really bad happening. Episode 5 right here, this is probably my favorite episode this season. Basically, Norn, that's Rudeus' little sister. Norn and Aisha or whatever, his other little sister, with the maid. Basically, both of them came to Rudeus and enrolled at the same school as he is. But Norn started getting overshadowed by Rudeus because, you know, Rudeus some goat. So everybody compares Rudeus to her and she's just living in bro's shadow. So she started feeling bad. Nah, but Rudeus just gave her a cool little prep talk and she was good. I'm dumbing it down, but this is probably one of my favorite episodes this season because it was like going back to MC's past where he used to be a shut-in and he was seeing her lock herself in the room. So he just genuinely wanted to help her. It was a good moment. We also got to see our boy Rudeus. That's the homie for real. He was only here for a minute though. He just came to drop off MC's sisters. You know, everything is going decent. There were minor issues, but ain't nothing. Until you get to episode 6. And episode 6 was titled Turning Point Part 3. If you've watched this anime, every time an episode is named Turning Point, you know some crazy shit is finna happen. Or not some crazy shit, just the start of some crazy shit. But the pride high is before the fall. We find out Sylphie is pregnant. All-time high right there. My boy Rudy finna be a father. Until he gets a random letter from his pops asking him, hey bro, I'm gonna need your help. Your mom's stuck in a dungeon. I need you to get here now and help me get her out. Obviously he's gonna go, but you gotta think, he's leaving behind his pregnant wife. She could have a kid by the time he's gone. He won't even get to see his child be birthed. And it's supposed to be a year-long trip, but it all gets solved next episode. Nanahoshi come through talking about some, oh yeah bro, I know some teleportation magic. We can get you there and back in a couple months and we good. So that whole leaving his kid behind thing, that's solved. Like I said, until the final episodes, there ain't no major conflicts. Anyways, it's time for Brady to go. He also is coming with this girl. I don't remember her name. I just call her Ho because she is a hoe. She got a whole nigga and she was sleeping around with random people on that whole trip. I know it's because of her like curse or whatever, but come on bro, you got a whole dude back at home. It just don't sit right with me. There was even a time where Rudy was trying to hit that. He got a whole wife at home, but in Rudy's defense, there was a succubus nearby. I don't know if that was affecting him or something. Moral of the story, she's a hoe. Who cares about the curse or whatever? Nigga like me would have just let it kill me, I won't lie. Anyways, they're at the town now. We get a cool little reunion with Paul and Geese. Shout out both of the homies, they're cool. They're maid too. I don't remember her name, but she bad. Roxy was supposed to be there with them, but apparently she got like trapped in the dungeon. But that's cool because Rudeus came and saved her. This was a nice moment, I can't lie. I'm pretty sure Rudeus has not seen Roxy since like the first season of this anime, so their reunion was nice to see. But their reunion is finna turn left field pretty quickly in the next 2 episodes, bro. It becomes kind of obvious that Roxy has feelings for MC now after being saved by him. It's not a problem now, but in an episode or 2 after this, it will be a problem. Now we're on episode 10. The whole season is about to fucking flick over. Everything was going decently alright until they found MC's mother. She's being held inside of a fucking mana crystal and being guarded by a Hydra. Obviously, Paul is finna start tweaking because, you know, that's his fucking wife, so he's going crazy out here. But obviously, you know, if someone just charges in on anger, it ain't gonna go well. So they retreat for a minute because, you know, nigga needs to calm his ass down and they need to make a plan. Paul is finna tweak out on Rudeus once more because Rudeus is too calm. This is like the second time this exact thing happened with Paul and Rudeus. I'm pretty sure when Paul reunited with Rudeus the first time back in that one town, he tweaked off on Paul because Rudeus was being too calm. I understand why Paul's mad, but at the same time, you know, Rudeus doesn't fully see them as parents because, you know, he's kind of been reincarnated. They're more of niggas that are there, honestly. But whatever, after a cool little speech, talk around, yada yada, therapy sesh, Paul comes down, they come up with a plan. They go in there, start smacking up the Hydra. Everything seems like it's going good until MC gets scared on the battlefield, and then Paul kicks him out the way and gets smacked. They end up killing the dragon after that, but it is far too late. They look to the right and you just see Paul split in fucking half, bro. RIP dude. And to make it worse, MC lost his hand. We was doing so good and then everything just came crashing in 3 minutes. The whole tone of the anime switched up in 3 minutes. This is Mushoku Tensei. I'm already used to this shit, but Paul dying was actually crazy. And bro, when they had to break the news of Paul dying to other people, bro, that shit low-key hurt. They broke it to this nurse first, but it's gonna be worse when they have to tell it to Norn, bro. Honestly, I hated Norn at the start, but like, I started fucking with Norn a little bit more. She's decently written, bro. I don't know why, but Norn kind of reminds me of like Kid Naruto, just a little bit. You know, Paul dying was pretty bad, but this is Mushoku Tensei. Once you have one bad thing happen, we're finna double down and drop 10 more on you. So his mom finally woke up because she was asleep for like 5 days. But when she woke up, she forgot everything. All her memories, everything gone. She's basically reverted to a toddler, or an infant actually. This shit really fucks people up, bro. She lost everything, my nigga. He basically lost both of his parents in 1 day. Well, not 1 day, 1 week. Saw Paul get smacked up. Then his mom lost all her memories and everything. So she doesn't even know that her husband died. She doesn't even know she had a husband. She doesn't even know herself. That shit is wild work. And we're not done yet. That was just episode 10. Now we're going on episode 11. It's already downhill, so let's go further into the depths. And I said Roxy was on some shit. Low-key, I used to fuck with Roxy. Now after what's finna happen, I don't know, bro. It's on the edge, bro. I don't really think I like Roxy anymore, bro. Obviously, after all that, MC is hurting. So like a normal person, Roxy would be here at his side to comfort him, right? Nope. She pushes bro down and does the do with that nigga. She knew he had a wife and kids at home, and she still took advantage of this dude. I can't see Roxy the same no more after this. That is just crazy. Bro just lost both his parents, and you're on some, oh yeah, let me just take advantage of his mental health and just get with him right here while he has a wife and kid at home. She knew it, by the way. The wife and kids. So Roxy knew bro was engaged, married, a father, all this, and still did it. I don't care about nothing. Roxy is weird in my opinion now. And we're not even done with Roxy. Obviously MC's finna head home now, back to his wife and stuff. And while they're there, obviously MC and Roxy gonna have to have that conversation. MC is like, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I got a wife. We can't do this. And hold up, let me clear something up before people misjudge. I blame Rudeus just as much as I blame Roxy. Not just as much, but I still blame Rudeus partially. Yes, you was going through it, but you're still a grown man. You could have pushed her off and said, respectfully, I got a wife, but you didn't. You went through with it. You're just as guilty. Well, not just as guilty, but you're still guilty. Because I can understand when you're emotionally like fucked, you might do something you don't want to, but still. Anyways, back to Roxy. And then she started crying and getting all emotional. Low key, animes be doing this type of shit when a character does something bad, so they give them a backstory and stuff, so the fans of the character won't stop liking them. There was an anime I watched recently that did this. I don't know which one it was, but there was an anime like this. It might have been Undead Unluck, but I'm not completely sure. Now, obviously, Rudeus had an affair with Roxy, and the elf girl knows. Her name is Elenize. I remembered it now. I won't call her hoe no more because she gains a little bit of respect. Basically, she came to MC and said, bro, you're gonna have to take responsibility for that. You're gonna have to marry her, bro. Polygamy is legal there, so it's not like a big deal. But you know, he just married his last one, so he just turns around, disappears for a month, and comes back with a new girl. Don't you know how that's gonna make Sylphie feel? And that's what MC was saying for a minute. I don't even remember exactly what she said, but she convinced Rudeus to be like, I guess I'll just marry them both. He goes and asks Roxy if she's cool with it. She says, yeah, I'm cool with it. And I'm just sitting here with disgust. Let me just clear this. I'm all here for harem anime. I don't care. They're pretty cool, but not anime like this. I think in shows like this, there should be one decision. Anyways, past that, obviously there's the major moment that needs to be addressed. MC has to go home, report everything that happens, and then finally tell her about the marriage. I said that one Norn episode is my favorite. I think this is my favorite episode now that I think about it. But before talking about the marriage stuff, obviously MC has to break the news. And respectfully, bro, Norn started flipping out. And it's all real, bro. She went on like a 3-minute rant, crying and yelling and shit. And I was all here for it, bro. Honestly, shout out to the voice actor, my nigga. You did crazy. Now, after breaking the news, obviously we got to get to the major part. Honestly, y'all should have waited a day or a couple before this. Like, you should have broke the news like after they just had to deal with Paul's death. Now you're gonna just smack this on them. It's actually crazy work. Horrible timing. But yeah, Rudeus brings all of them into the room and says, hey, I'm also marrying Roxy. In front of the kids too. In front of Norn. Why in front of Norn? I mean, you had to tell her eventually, but damn. And bro, Norn was cooking MC and Roxy for a good 5 minutes straight, and I was all here for it. She was talking about Sylphie wasn't here crying, talking about I wonder when he's gonna get back, waiting on your ass, and then you come back bringing a whole new bitch. Did you even hug your bitch and say I love you before you even got here, bro? Or brought this up? And then you brought a whole new hoe home talking about some, oh yeah, I want to marry her too. Y'all just got married a month ago. I'm so glad they ain't pull no harem bullshit where all the bitches was like, oh cool, I guess it'll just happen. They actually had to argue about it for a minute. But then Sylphie was like, oh well, we like the same dude, yada yada. It's not illegal, so let's do it. Shout out Sylphie for being like open, but damn. Rudeus is far from perfect. We all know this. But geez, you make a lot of mistakes. That's pretty much the end of this anime though. Short 12 episodes. Can't wait for this to continue.